Guys, and welcome to a very different video, something which I've never done before. I thought, why not let's make something different and have a bit of fun about it. I asked on Instagram loads of questions about me, life in general, other things as well about bodybuilding and stuff like that. So I'm going to go into as much detail with my parents, just have a bit of a laugh with it. But first question. Who's got ruined the vlog, ain't you, boy? Got ruined the vlog.
Right, let's get in here. Get salty, dog.
Okay, so thoughts on Georgie boy doing bodybuilding at the beginning stages. So, what?
Beginning, I think it was it's just something you sort of drifted into, really, wasn't it? It weren't like flicking a switch. You just got into. You was always into fitness and football and stuff, and then you just sort of. I think when you went to uni, you sort of got into it a bit more. Your first membership and at Pure Gym, and then you outgrew that, and then you just went on from there. Really, I mean, it's been a sort of not slow, but fairly sort of natural progression, isn't it? Really, it's nothing too. It wasn't like you came in and announced it. Yeah.
You brought on wrestlers, the wrestler things. And we then one Christmas bought you the wrestler's stage, the ring.
It was the ring that done it, I think.
Got you into that, and I think that was the beginning of you going into that, and that was quite early, actually.
I know we're going on a bit, but what about, how do you look at those now? They're quite heavy, they're quite sort of just bulky, aren't they?
When I started, I was like, wow, fascinated by these big guys, but now I'm obviously bigger myself. I don't really look up to them as much because I think, hang on, they're not that big anymore. But when I first started, I was like, wow, they're amazing. Like, oh, this one's quite deep. Did you know George was struggling at uni? Did any of you guys know about that?
Yes, I did, because
not as much, I don't think.
Not as much, but I had a feeling, because obviously being a mum, every time we text you or FaceTimed you, you were a bit low, and I didn't like it. It was not nice.
It was weird because the first house you was in, which was a complete shithole. You know, the room was dingy. You lost the toss and ended up in this dingy, damp little room with no lights and mildew all over your clothes and all that. You was probably happier there than when you, in your third year, you had a nice, clean, decent house, all dry, centrally, and all that sort of stuff. You didn't get on with, I say you didn't get on with anyone there. They weren't.
You just weren't my cup of tea.
They weren't your people. No, they weren't the type of people.
Like, if I used to go to the kitchen, so they would all hide, but as soon as I went to my bedroom, I'd hear them all come out, or someone come out and do something. We kind of
didn't like that.
Sit down and socialise. It's kind of weird that.
Whereas in the second year, you was a bit more sociable with the other two guys that were there. So, it was a bit weird because we thought, oh, he's going to be happy now because he's in a decent house. It just shows, being in somewhere decent like that doesn't necessarily make you happy. He was happier in the second year.
Oh yeah, I'd rather live in the shithole than the nicer house, for sure, definitely.
Okay.
Parents' thoughts on George smoking grass or smoking cannabis? What's your thoughts?
Why not? You should share it out a bit more.
I think cannabis, George smoking it, if it helps him relax and calm down, if he's had a busy day, I say hands up. Because
no big deal, is it? You only got to walk across car park now and you can get a whiff of it. You know, it's
people drink, people eat cakes, people whatever makes them feel calm and relaxed. That's what people do nowadays. I've got no issues with it.
Did Georgie boy's behaviour change during prep?
Oh my God! Oh, didn't like living with him.
No,
didn't like him at all.
Antisociable, miserable. Couldn't make more than one line. Not even one line. It was just one word conversations. Moody. Just not a nice time.
No, horrible.
I understood in the end, when I saw the end results, why you went through it, but at the time I thought, I don't like this shit.
I lost my son, basically.
Yeah, you do.
I lost my son. Couldn't talk to him. Whatever I said to him, he snapped at me. Basically, it got to the end of the day that we didn't talk. Didn't talk. We just went, hello. Bye.
Probably next time you probably understand it a bit better. You probably don't realise it yourself, but it's one of them things where you just, you're doing your own thing. It's a very sort of selfish thing. When you see that, when you're in the show and you're up against the people, you understand there's a lot more people going through the same thing. Until you get to that point, you think, you know, what's this all about? Why, you know,
I'd agree
being
with
so
that.
hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe second time round, you know, might be a bit easier.
Yeah.
George's worst habit. What's my worst habit?
Worst habit, making a fucking mess.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
He's clumsy, messy, just generally, he sweeps everything on the floor, just brushes everything on the floor, stuff is everywhere. He has a go at it, he's getting better at it, basically messy and
He's actually got a wardrobe in his bedroom, but he's actually piling it up.
Yeah, he's got so
He's
many.
not actually putting stuff in the wardrobe.
He's got sponsors' clothes coming in and all this. all that stuff,
It's just sad. I don't know how many times I have to wash up.
Clumsy and messy.
I don't
Clumsy and
know.
messy,
I mean,
both.
my hands are so dry. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on George taking steroids?
Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
I don't see it as a. I don't understand it. I've never really looked at it. I don't know what the implications. I've got long term. You know, when you get to my age, you sort of think you really need to start looking after your body and keeping. You know, I'm eating less red meat. I'm eating, drinking more water, eating more fruit, all that sort of stuff. Being more active, and I just don't know what the implications long term will be for doing that when you're younger. You know, if it's something that you ever. But it just doesn't seem. It's not to say. Is it cheating? I don't know. There's a market for it, but I don't understand enough of it. If I'm honest with you, and I think you've done so well being a natural. You know, your followers and fans and all this, that and the other are all based upon being natural, and you've got a good reputation for being natural. And you know, you might, I know your business is based upon a lot of stuff that I really don't understand. It's all natural. I don't know if going in, you know, taking steroids would sort of make it a bit muddy really. You know, what are you? Are you, you know, are you 100% on it or you're not, or, you know, it's not very clean. I don't know.
Do you think if you knew more about it, you might be a little bit more understanding towards it?
Might do, but, you know, the shows I've been to, you know, I think in your first season you've come away with a trophy every year, you know, all through just hard work, and I think that you really need to go down that road. I would exhaust yourself more in a natural way than going down is sort of a bit of a cop out, a bit of an easy route out for me, you know. And of course, as a parent, you'd never want one of your kids to take something that might harm them even now or long term, or make them infertile, or make them, you know, have problems with their health in the future. I don't think any parent is going to support any of their children taking sort of artificial stimulants or whatever it may be.
I understand that taking it will make you bigger. I understand that because taking steroids will make your body better and bigger for performing. I think I agree with Dad that I think doing it in the natural way with your followers, you can do it without the steroids.
And if I went down that route, would you still support me?
Difficult. I think that'd be a difficult one.
It's a difficult
Depends,
one.
because I've seen people, you know, that they end up, I don't know, maybe they look a bit fat, they get spotty, and all this, their hair goes, and all that sort of stuff. And I think, well, that, you know, it's not. Would I support you? I wouldn't. You can't. You always support your kids.
Yeah, but you're my son. I always love you, whatever you do, son, George. I mean, that's the difference of a mum and a dad.
I think you've got more years to go as a natural.
I do.
Before you look at that, because looking at the success you've had this year, which you may not see as success, but you know, from a parent's point of view, first year. 4 trophies, 4 competitions. People you was up against have been doing it for years, and all fair play to them. But I think you've got more years as a natural. Myself, rather than jumping into that, would I support you? I mean, yeah, I suppose, but probably not as much. Probably not as much.
No,
I wouldn't be as much into it.
I think it'd be
because you're sort of buying it. You're sort of buying.
Cheating way of doing it.
For me.
But quick one on this, in order for me to get to where my overall personal goal in my life, if that is the route that I had to go down, would you still kind of be kind of
well, it depends, you know, if that path is beyond a natural path, I don't know. I think you're buying where you want to get. You know what I mean? It's like you know, you can sometimes it's like watching football. Sometimes it can be more enjoyable watching a Division 2 team that have worked their bollocks off to get where they are than watching someone like Man City who have just brought in players to get where they are. If that's some sort of comparison, you know, there's more passion in the lower team, seeing the kids come through the ranks and them, you know, putting a lot of effort in, rather than some of the City or top level Premier League teams buying big players in and going, yeah, they've won the Premier League, oh, good for them, but they've spent 300 million quid or whatever they spent.
Yeah. What do you think of me dyeing my beard?
First of all, I didn't like it, and I understand that why you're doing it, because it stands out. But you're a blonde boy. You've always been blonde. You've been blonde from the day you were born. You were so blonde we couldn't even see his eyebrows, because in the summer we thought, Christ, where's his eyebrows? You were so blonde. You're a blonde boy.
I think that's right.
I think you should go back to being blonde.
I will at some point this year. I definitely believe I will at some point, just don't know when.
Blonde and ginger.
Yeah, literally.
Goes a bit ginger, but hey ho, there's nothing wrong with ginger. We like the gingers.
Thoughts on George's pursuit in bodybuilding?
In bodybuilding?
Yeah.
What was that? Sorry, say it again.
Like my pursuit in bodybuilding, like me going down the bodybuilding route as a goal instead of like something else.
Yeah, I think it's good because you know, with the business, the coaching business, and the vlogging and the YouTube, I've always done a 9-to-5 job, and it's I think George has seen me dragging me knuckles up the garden path and gone, fuck that, I don't want to do that. I want to be in charge of my own destiny, and that's what he's done. And you know, there's plenty of worse things to do than bodybuilding. So based on that, you know, he's got a business that's growing really well. He should be proud of that. He always can improve that. But yeah, I think going down that route as you know, it's something he really enjoys, and I think if you get the chance to do something you really enjoy for a living, you can't get a lot better than that.
No,
That's the way I look at it. So combining the two, I think, all in all.
Yeah, I agree with it. I'm proud of you, what you've done so far. Yeah, why not?
This one's weird as fuck. Have you ever heard George smash?
Smash?
Smash as in having sex?
No.
Oh, fake fuck. That's good then.
No.
Well, the thing is, it only lasts about 30 seconds. So the chances of that, the toilet takes longer to flush than George. But I do remember years back that, yeah, cut that bit out. Nizrin might be watching that bit. He kept asking me if I was going out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Who's the favourite child?
I can't answer that. I can't answer that. I mean, we've got twins.
Anyone who's got twins will know that it's a real balancing act between the two.
Yeah.
What you do for one, like we got George a car at some point, and Becca will get a car at some point, but it's in the back pocket. You know, what you do for one, what you do for the other, although it's over a certain, quite a time, but yeah, Becca's my favourite.
But these are people that sent you to
Most common question.
The steroid one. That's the most common one. Have you ever caught your son having a cheeky wank?
What, in a sock?
No, never.
No, I don't touch George's washing because you don't know what.
Never known you to do that.
No, again,
Must
it's
have done it,
going to be a 30-second. I call him two-stroke for short.
He must have done it sometime, but I've never caught him. No.
What did they think you was going to do career-wise growing up?
Growing up, I thought George would always be into sport.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't. I knew he wouldn't have a 9-to-5 job. Definitely wouldn't have a 9-to-5 job. Too independent, too determined to do whatever he wanted to do, and whatever he's done, he's always been focused on it. You know, whether it was apart from school, he didn't get on at school. It weren't for him. It was childish. It was all a waste of time, and to be fair, a lot of it was a waste of time. What's the point of learning bench when they don't even tell you how to open a bank account and do your finance, all this shit? So I don't agree with a lot of the school that's on today, but yeah, very determined to do his own thing, and you can only support that. You can only sit back and go, well, yeah, go on then, because you've got no commitments. Have a go. If it all goes tits up, you know, we're a bit of a safety net to get you out of shit. But yeah. Yeah,
George done better at college than he did at school.
Well, he came home and said, "Right, I'm going."
He was more. He wanted to get out of school. College, he matured, and then he knew what he wanted to do. Then
I think the more freedom I had, the more mature I got.
Yeah. I mean, definitely college made you.
I think he came home one day and went, "I'm going to go to college, and then I'm going to go to university."
Yeah.
And we both looked at each other and went, "Fucking good luck with that."
What's on there?
But he went on and done it, and he's where he is now. So fair play to him.
Describe George in one word as a child.
As a child?
As a child, what? A very young child?
Yeah, like child, like maybe 10 or something like that. I don't know.
10.
10, angry.
Was I angry when I was young?
Yeah,
well, yeah.
PlayStation.
Oh,
yeah.
God, PlayStation, angry. Much that you know, George, when he was very young, was so shy.
Yeah,
So shy. Used to be wrapped round Dad's leg, and he had to drag you into the room because he was so shy. This is why I am so proud of him now, because the shyness, where's it gone?
Yeah, showcased my life on this shit.
Yeah.
Teenager.
Grumpy.
Grumpy.
I was grumpy as shit.
You was grumpy with football, because if you didn't get them goals and you didn't do that and PlayStation, but you very matured as well.
Yeah.
When you
was a lot older. You used to go to like a football.
A lot older than what he was.
It was a lot of football from the year 10 up to about 16, 17. That was pretty much your life. But you know, you used to go to like a football presentation, and you just looked like you was from a different generation completely.
Yeah.
They was all, you know,
all down here.
You had acne, and they had, you know, they still had their mum's haircut. You know,
I mean, George had to buy him a shaver at what, 12?
Yeah, a razor and all that stuff.
He had an electric razor because he had a beard at 12.
They stopped doing top scorer of the year at your football team because it was just a given. And you averaged 33 goals a season over about 4 seasons.
Because I was so big and powerful when I was younger. I was bigger. I remember I used to be the biggest in the football team. And now I'm probably the shortest in the football team. So I had my real growth spurt when I was like 13, 14, 15.
That's what I'm saying. You went through maturity, you went through puberty very early in your
I did.
Because I mean, I had to buy an electric razor when he was 12. And then you had little boys coming up to the door, and I'm thinking, hold on, he's shaving, and you've got a mate here that's down here, and he's got nothing.
Yeah. Come on. Worst state you've seen me in? I don't know.
Worst state, George, I've seen him in. There was a picture you got taken out when you was at uni. I think it was in the 2nd year. You had your normal blue knitted jumper on, just looked drunk. It was only a fairly, I'll find it, I'll dig it out for you, but you probably had like 2 pints and was off your nut on some bloody lager, whatever it was. But yeah, I don't think. When you puked out the bedroom window.
Yes.
When I took Max out in the morning, I had to walk around the pub sick.
Yeah.
I didn't actually witness it, but I saw the aftermath of it.
Because I didn't want to make noise and wake everyone up. I'd just be sick out the window and just be easy.
That's right.
I used to just get a bucket of water and just splash it over. And used to go into, that don't work anymore because we've got a driveway. We used to have a garden in the front bit. Thank you for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, and if there's anything you want to see, of course, let me know. Thank you, Mum and Dad. Say bye-bye.